Hello, everybody. Kyle, can you hear me clearly? Oh, Jesus Christ. There we go. I don't know how many times got to hit the damn button. Kyle, can you hear me? Type yes. Just giving a try here. Well, I don't want to keep people waiting too long if anybody comes and wants the replay. Yep, Americans still held hostage. It's been, what, a month now? Government shutdown? Doesn't matter who's to blame for it, but we know who is. There's going to be a lot of people suffering. Lots of people. Yeah, you may think it may not be you, but I've known a few people that sit there and tell people how, go find another job that somebody's been working at for years. Blow yourself up by your bootstraps. That same person been saying that for a long time. Now he's on the unemployment line crying his eyes out at everybody. I just looked at him. I didn't say a word. Just shook my head. I mean, yeah, it's not necessarily totally destroying me yet, but I don't want it to get to that point. That's why I'm not selfish. I look out for everybody, not just myself. A lot of people suffer from that here in America, the cult of the self. Yeah, it's important to look out and for yourself and do what you got to do. But in times like these, it's not time to be individualistic because the more and more things deteriorate, the more everybody tries to get together and work together collectively and cooperatively. That way, nobody starves, nobody goes without, and you weather the storm. Because, yeah, it's going to get bad. We got people talking about, I don't know if it's true or not, but there was this one post I saw of, and the post of this black woman. Uh, it's just a picture. It could be a picture of a random black woman making this post. This could be put up as a psyop to get things started negatively, where people are going to start shooting one another. What I mean by that, the post is probably fake, saying that they're going to start robbing white people out of grocery stores. There's a side of me that think, well, wait a minute, people aren't going to advertise what they're going to do on the internet like that. If they did, they were really, really stupid about it. And then go with it and do it. That proves premeditated right there in a crime. Now that there was this other post of this woman in glasses saying that come November 1st through the 3rd at 8:30 p.m., people are going to go into a Walmart and fill their carts out and just walk out with a full grocery cart of groceries. I'd like to say good luck with that, but I worked retail for 17 years for the Kroger company, and I'll say if I was still doing that and this happened, I wouldn't stop them. I wouldn't help them, but I would not stop them either. But I told Darren Dobson this months ago, and he I know he should remember this because he didn't think of it either. The reason why the inflation, with groceries spiked like it did is I know the model of and the ideas of how grocery stores work. The boards of directors, the managers, they all got together and decided, okay, especially Walmart, saying, okay, we're still going to be getting imports from China that are going to be smacked with a massive tariff. Instead of dumping on the customer the tariff price on that one item, they spread the cost of that tariff on that one item throughout every product in the store or the majority. So there could be a tariff. You go to Walmart, there could be a tariff on these Chinese goods, like a T-shirt, right? 100% tariff. Whatever the tariff is on that T-shirt, the price, Walmart is going to pay that. Yes, they have to, but they're going to take the cost of that tariff portion and spread it and boost the price of other items in the store. So it's not laid on just that one item. Sure, you need to get angry. Yeah, when you're buying those canned goods, it shouldn't be slapped with a tariff, but that's where the higher cost is coming from. $85 for a 4.5 pound rump roast. $85. My sister showed it to me. A rump roast used to cost like $20, $30 at most for a 5 pound rump roast. Now it's like $85. Wow. Now, when it comes to raising the prices at grocery stores or anything like that, retail, the government is not responsible for that. You need to look at the boards of directors and the major shareholders, mostly the boards of directors. They make those decisions. They boost the price, they hand it down to their district managers. District managers are in charge of these group of stores managers. They hand it down to them and they print out the price and hand them an envelope full of price changes. That's how it works. That's who decides what the price of an item is your boards of directors and or major shareholders of that corporation, not the government. Now, what the government is guilty of, which our President Ass Gas slapped the tariff, yeah, that's what we can blame him on, is the tariff. Yeah, the tariff caused the prices of shit to go way up. And if I owned a grocery store and had to make you know make the decisions like that, I'd probably do the same thing. It's a wise decision. You don't dump the entire price of the tariff on that one item that's tariff. No, you take the cost, add up how many of them shirts you got, go at that cost, and you spread that cost by boosting the prices all over the store. So that one person that's buying that shirt is not paying the entire tariff. It's being spread over a bunch of customers that are buying canned goods, fresh meat, fresh vegetables. They spread it out. But they realize this. They realize this. And they realize it's going to really hurt the customer. So they're trying to soften the blow as possible. But you're not going to dig into their profits. That's not going to happen. And if it's digging in the profits, they boost the prices of items in the store. Their customer base goes down a little bit. They terminate some employees, don't hire anymore, or lay some of them off, or cut their hours. So it doesn't affect profits? Because if it does, they're gonna cut the workforce, which is stupid in my book. I'm like, why don't you cut the ones that do hardly any of the work that get paid six figures a year? Start at the top, because that's what they do in the medical field. They start at the top and work their way down, because you don't want to kill your workers. You don't want to get rid of your workers because they're the ones that are bringing the money in. You keep the producers, and then your white collar CEOs or managers or whatever, you cut them first. That's what I do. I'm like, for what we pay you a week, we could hire probably a dozen employees. But last year, at this time last year, I was telling everybody, I got to buy a new truck because this one is old. It's a 2018. I had it 7 years, had over 1 million miles, and it was getting due for an engine rebuild. That's what you do with a truck, and which those are very expensive. Oh, the engine rebuilds have gone through the roof after the first of the year last year. I sold, got a KW, and I told everybody, times are going to get hard. The economy is going to go to crap after the first of the year. And lo and behold, I was right. Yes, it has affected me. Why? How? Prices of everything going up. Price of fuel, being slapped with a 25% tariff because I'm a trucker now, which happened last month. That's nice. Just caused many more of them to leave the industry because they're not going to work for free, and neither will I. But I'll try to weather it better than most because we truckers stop moving freight, this country's collapsed. But I warned everybody of this. But like most Americans, they believe what they believe and they'll go to the grave believing it. Like most Americans, as you're carting them away in the disaster, they still refuse to see it. When you warn people that, hey, a storm is coming in and it is really bad and it's going to hit here, you got time? Pack your shit and get out and go inland, further inland. Oh, I don't believe that. It's fake news. And then when the storm hits and they lose everything, they still won't believe it. That's why I say, as you're carting them away in the disaster, they will still refuse to see it. And most Americans cannot handle criticism. And they can't handle and be man enough to admit that they were wrong. I do. When I give out information that was faulty, I'll come out and say it. Excuse me, when I said this, and this, I was wrong. It's actually this, and this. I make mistakes just like everybody else, but I'm man enough to admit them. And I admit I'm not perfect. I'm far from it. So the people I've known, this person I've known since I was a little boy, 5 years old, or four when I met him. And he knew my eldest sister, Donna, because they were part of the older group. But I remember this man, good basketball player, Wasn't the tallest though. He's got his own channel out there, and people are starting to turn his back on him. And I tried to get him to talk to me instead of me typing in the chat. Bring me up to your panel and let's talk. I won't be insulting. Matter of fact, I respect the man because I've known him my entire life. I really don't know him much as an adult, but I remember him since I was a child. He's got a channel, and he keeps telling people about these med beds and the Doge checks. The Doge checks were supposed to come out in April, didn't happen. Then it was moved to July, didn't happen. Now I don't know what the date is now. They probably pushed it back again. But the med beds are supposed to come out November 11th. When that day lapses and the med beds don't, you're going to lose a lot more viewers because they're going to be like, I've been lied to this entire time. Yeah, it's a conspiracy theory. These idea of these med beds doing what they do, what he said that they do, that's a conspiracy theory. Yes, there are medical beds that are like an oxygen capsule that can make you, like if you had a broken leg, it would heal a lot faster than it normally would. How I know? They talked about this, 15, 20 years ago during the NHL playoffs. Well, before the playoffs, Steve Yzerman, number 19 for the Detroit Red Wings, broke his leg and he needed to heal fast. So he would sleep in an oxygen capsule. It doesn't cure anything. His name was Steve Yzerman. Look it up. That's how I knew about it, because they would talk about it in the remaining games of the season. He did that so he could heal faster so he could be ready for the playoffs. Now, how would I have known, if it's a bullshit story, how would I have known that it was Steve Yzerman that played for the Detroit Red Wings that had a broken leg and they put him in that? Because they talked about it. I remember it well. Being as a hockey fan that I am. Now, I share the wish, but my critical thinking knew that this was probably conspiracy theory, just like everything else. And the Doge checks, I told people back in April, don't count on that. Don't count on that. All these cuts were being made to give the billionaire class $1.5 trillion tax cut. You're not going to see a dime of this money, people. And you're still going to listen to that QAnon outfit, right? You're not going to believe the people that brought that kid forward, that invented it, admitted he was on LSD and he created it as a joke on 4chan. But there's still people believing QAnon. What really took the cake was when there was 2 dates. I think one of them was September. People gave away all their stuff and all their money and savings because they said it was going to be the rapture. Didn't happen. Now those people regretted it, try to get their stuff back. They ain't got nothing. And they said, oh, we got the date wrong. It's in October. Well, that date came and gone, and even the Bible tells you no one will ever know when that day will be, when Christ comes back. Nobody. Only one entity that knows, and that's God the Father. If you want to go in the direction of religion. But these people have a hard-on for the end of times. That's why a lot of them support Israel, because they know if they rebuild the temple, that means that they're going to be alive to see the Antichrist. They want the revelations to start coming to fruition. I'm like, Basically, to be honest with you, I would not want to see that in my lifetime, nor my children's lifetime. Somebody's going to see it, but I'd rather not be me. But they think that they could okay, we're going to do this, we're going to do that to try to provoke the end of times. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, that's not going to happen. How you doing, Ellie?
Good, Sean. Hi, Kyle.
Ellie, you may be Christian,
Yes.
okay? There's nothing wrong with
Exactly.
that. But be careful. Be careful of who you listen to,
Because they could be liars.
and blindly believing them. These evil, I call them evil evangelicals.
Yes.
The evangelical. I don't believe these people. And they've attacked me saying, "Are you mocking Jesus?" No, I'm mocking you.
That's right.
There's a difference.
Exactly. We shouldn't listen to human beings, only what God taught us in the Bible. The Ten
Right?
Commandments.
I laid down the challenge long ago. You can even use that King James version of the Bible that everybody uses. I prefer you use the Geneva Bible. That's just me. But you got to know who King James was. I said, use that and try to find me in there where Jesus actually judged somebody or tore somebody down. He didn't do that. He came down here to lift people up.
Exactly. Not put them down.
Because, yeah, but these people do that. They judge and tear people down.
Because they're stupid.
They think they're bringing people to Christ. No, they're not. I mean, if I had done it in the past where I brought people to Christ, actually, you know how I did it? By not saying nothing. They come up and ask me questions, and I would tell them, and I wouldn't judge them.
Yeah, James was the king of Scotland. I wouldn't
tear them down. King James changed things in the Bible for his purposes, like making royalty divine.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And plus, King James, there's a lot more to it than that.
Yep. The one who was an eyewitness to Christ, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, Sean, was John the Revelator.
I'm sorry?
The one who was an eyewitness who saw Jesus Christ and was with him was John the Revelator.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, John the Revelator. John the Revelator traditionally refers to John of Patmos, the author of the New Testament.
Oh, when he wrote Revelations. Okay, I know what you're saying now.
Exactly, Sean. He was exiled to the island of Patmos where he received his visions. The term is also the title of the popular American folk blues song first recorded by Blind Willie Johnson. Yeah.
But as a Christian, I believe that the Vatican should release all books that weren't in the Bible that everybody knows of it. There were a lot of books that were kept out of the Bible. And who decided that? The Council of Nicaea.
Exactly.
No,
and
the Pope didn't do it. The Pope didn't do it. It was a large group of men called the Council of Nicaea. They were in argument for a long time. They decided what went in and what didn't.
Yep. They want to hide the truth, Sean. They don't want the truth to come out, to be honest with you. The one you said.
Why do you think I tried to sneak in the Vatican vault?
Exactly. You
got thrown in jail just because I wanted to read some books.
Revelation.
But there are many different religions across the world, and I respect them all.
Exactly.
And by doing so, I find my life a lot more harmonious that way.
Yep. Revelation. I spell it. I'm thinking. No, it's wrong. Revelation. The phrase refers to the complex relationship between. Oh no. Let me get rid of that.
But Australia, if they take my advice, and I hope they do, because Indonesia joined BRICS
Yep.
earlier this year. That's what
Correct.
Australia needs to do. They need to leave the G7 and join the
Yep.
BRICS,
That's right.
because the BRICS is where the future's at. The G7 is not.
Yep. The G7 downhill.
Yeah, the G7 is what BRICS is. What we used to be.
Yep.
The BRICS, they're at 35.2% GDP. The G7, 28.1 and going down.
Yep.
So who do you think wins that?
The one you said, the Brit.
Now the best country that had the best GDP last year was India. Their
Wow.
GDP was 7.7. They outdid China.
Exactly.
United States, we were 2.8. United States.
Yep. Exactly. The book of Revelation describes the end times as a period leading up to Jesus Christ's return and establishment of God's kingdom on earth. Key events include the rapture, a time when believers are taken to heaven, the Great Tribulation.
Yeah, but the rapture is not in the Bible.
Of great suffering and judgment, and the second coming of Christ to defeat evil, that's Satan and the Antichrist. Of this period are often seen as including increased religious deception, wars, famines, diseases, earthquake signs in the heavens, and persecution of believers. The rapture, the belief that Jesus will take his followers to be with him in heaven before the tribulation period begins.
Yeah, the people that are being affected by our president currently,
they
think they think that he was brought here by Christ or whatever. And these are the same people that back when we were kids and in school and everything was asking, how could the German people fall for a leader like Adolf Hitler? And I bring that to their attention. They think about it for a few seconds, but then they put it aside. I'm like, you're falling for the same thing that most of the German people fell for back in 1933.
Exactly. A 7-year period of intense suffering and judgment on earth, with the Great Tribulation being the final 3.5 years under the rule of the figure known as the Antichrist or the Beast.
Well, I'm telling you, Donald Trump isn't it.
Do you think Donald Trump is the Antichrist, Sean, or no?
No.
Anyways, the second coming, the physical return of Jesus Christ to earth, at which point evil will be defeated and he will reign for 1,000 years in a time of peace called the millennium. The final judgment, God judges all people according to their deeds. Those who believe in Jesus will live with him forever, while those who reject him will face eternal separation, like they go to hell. Anyways, Sean, the new heaven and earth, after the final judgment, God will create a new heaven and a new earth where believers will live in his presence forever, free from pain, death, and sorrow. Religious deception, false prophets and movements leading people astray, war and conflict, widespread wars and rumors of wars, famine and diseases, catastrophic events like famines, pestilences, and plagues, just like Moses' time, Sean.
Yeah, but these same people don't believe in climate change, even though it's mentioned in the Bible, what you just read there.
Exactly.
And the proof of it, I just found out today that Maine, they do a lot of fishing up in the state of Maine, which is right next to Canada.
Yep.
And they're not getting as many lobsters as what they normally would get. The reason is because they've left that area further north on the coast of Labrador because the lobsters, they like colder water, not warmer water, and the water is not
Exactly.
really warm.
Exactly. In natural disasters such as earthquakes, moral decline, a society characterized by
Yeah, well, like the hurricane that just hit Jamaica and Haiti, it
yeah,
was had the fastest recorded winds on Earth
wow,
ever.
yep. Persecution of believers Christ. Christians will face persecution for their faith. Signs in heaven, unusual events in the sun, the moon, and the stars. Structure of Revelation. The book of Revelation itself is structured around a series of visions given to the Apostle John on the island Patmos. The seven churches. Jesus communicates with seven specific churches in Asia Minor.
Oh.
The seven
Yeah,
seals,
but let
trumpets,
me
and
tell you, look, the devil is here to deceive everybody when he comes as
correct.
the Antichrist. And he sure as
Yep.
hell ain't going to act like a douchebag like Trump does.
Nope.
He's not going to be that obvious.
Nope.
And plus, Satan is not that stupid either.
Exactly. Because Satan was a cherubim, but because of his rebel and his pride, you can say, Sean, before he was with God, that's what led him down to his downfall, to earth, and then to hell. These are a series of judgments that God unleashes upon earth for the evil people. Conflict and victory. The book deprecates the final spiritual battle between God and Satan, resulting in Satan's defeat.
Yeah, most people already know Revelations. Been studying
Exactly.
it a long time.
Exactly.
But there's many different directions it could be translated or understood.
Yep. These seven signs include the woman, the dragon, and the male child, Michael the remnant, the beast from sea, and the beast from the earth. Religious deception, wars and rumors of war, famines, pestilences, diseases, and epidemics, earthquake signs in the heavens, persecution of followers of Christ, lawlessness. What are the four stages of the apocalypse? The four horsemen, which are
Yeah.
now.
But I'm going to go back to the topic, Ellie.
Yes.
Now, the reason why our government is shut down, and here's why. Everybody knows Trump is on the Epstein list. Everybody knows it. And everybody knows he's a pedophile.
What?
But the reason why he's keeping it closed is because they do not want to have to swear in the representative that got elected in Arizona, because she'll be the 218th vote that they need. By law, they have to release the redacted Epstein files.
Yeah.
They don't want to have to do that. And here's why. Everybody knows he's a pedo. But I think what is in there and what will be revealed is, see, back then Trump was broke. This is before he became president the first time. He was broke. Okay? Sure, he had maybe a few $1 million, but he was broke. He was probably in on the trafficking with Jeffrey Epstein, and that's what it's going to get found out. And if it is, just like the prosecuting attorney in New York, they're going to seize all his assets.
Yep, and they'll be gone. His assets, I said, they'll be gone. The truth will come out in the end.
Yeah, but it's going to be very painful for everybody else.
It is true. Yeah, it's going to be very painful, but it'll take them time to heal. How I said, it'll take them time to heal.
It's going to take a few million people to march on DC, with a lot of the people in the House and the Senate who is available to show up, and make them vote. If they don't want to do their job and keep the government closed, we'll impeach them because they have no competence and they refuse to do their job. So we'll elect a new government that will do their fucking job.
Exactly. You're right there, Sean. That's for sure.
And people say, well, you can't do that. Oh, yes, we can.
Yep.
When you have a revolution, it doesn't have to be violent. But when you have a revolution, things change pretty quickly.
Yep. I go from how you said Washington then to New York, from New York, other parts of America, states. It'd
But
be a
see,
chain of-
America is going to go through some growing pains,
Yep.
and we're going to go through some changes, and what changes are being made, and what direction we go. I'm very concerned about that.
Yep. Because I said, John, you got WA for America, you got MT, ND, all different parts of America. You got so many parts. New York, you got Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, Arizona, Wyoming. I'm trying to think where's the big volcano in America, Sean?
You're probably talking about the cauldron at Yellowstone in Wyoming.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah, it's on the west side of Wyoming, near the
Yeah.
Idaho border.
Yeah. If that does explode, does all America get hurt, in big trouble? Burnt and everything like that?
No, only from there to probably Nebraska would be incinerated. Yes, but the entire globe will be filled full of ash.
Ash.
Yes.
Because where I am is in Australia. I'm way down the bottom, near Indonesia and Malaysia and Philippines and Papua New Guinea, and half with Harvey, Sean, New Zealand.
Yeah, it could possibly reach that far, but a lot of scientists say it would be global.
Damn.
And the temperature would plummet.
Like Antarctica.
Yeah, the ash in the air would last anywhere between 5 to 8 years.
Far out, that's a long time. Far out. And I think, I said in Antarctica, Don, I reckon that's another country itself with another civilization. What do you reckon, Sean?
I'm sorry?
Antarctica, I think there's another civilization there in Antarctica. That's another
people are speculating, but there's no proof. There's no proof of it.
Yeah. We need proof first, then we can talk and all that. We need proof. Proof in the pudding.
Yeah, and people are making these AI videos, making it look like crazy shit down there. And you can tell it's a fake video.
Yeah. But anyway, Sean, what's real? Have you seen what's going on in Africa? Where is it? Somewhere in Africa, Sean, it's splitting apart.
Yeah, but you're not gonna see it in our lifetime.
No. Argentina's there, okay, Uruguay. Chile. Uruguay.
But in the end, I tell everybody, enjoy the time that you are here. Life is short.
It is. We are not promised.
Enjoy the time that you are here. Enjoy the time you are with family. If you have children, enjoy their youth with them. Because before you know it, they're going to be an adult.
Yeah, that's for sure. Where Darren Dobson is Ontario. That's where Darren Dobson is.
I'm sorry?
Where Darren Dobson is Ontario, Canada, Ontario.
Ontario. Yeah, that's the Providence. He lives outside of Toronto.
Oh, Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto's the major city of Ontario there.
Okay.
And then you go further east is Ottawa, which is the capital of Great Canada.
Yeah.
A lot of dumbass Americans think Toronto is. It's like, no, it's Ottawa. That's
Ottawa.
like saying that Baltimore is the capital of the United States. They're like, no,
No.
it's Washington D.C.
Exactly. That's where the prison is. Ask us now.
Actually, I don't think he is. I think he's either down in Mar-a-Lago or took a trip somewhere.
Okay.
But you don't care.
Yeah.
Me, I'm currently in North Carolina, and Interstate 85, about ready to get into Virginia.
Virginia. Yeah. Where I said before.
I got to deliver in Fredericksburg, Virginia at 7 o'clock in the morning. I got a load of Dole bag salad in those plastic bowl that they sell in the grocery store of salads.
Salad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I've had it before.
That's yum. Ohio, and then there's West Virginia.
Next week, I will not be in this truck any longer.
You'll be in a new truck.
Maybe. It may be a used one. I'm not sure yet. But I don't think that our economy is going to collapse in a week or this week. I mean, I hope it does, because then the price of the trucks will go down because they're overly inflated.
Yep.
That's why I told friends of mine that want to be owner ops. I'm like, wait, it's going to happen. You're just going to have to be patient. But when the economy crashes, the prices will go way down, and you'll thank me for it.
Exactly. Because what happened in the past, the Great Depression, I reckon it's going to happen in our time.
Sure, yeah, but everybody's going to handle it a lot differently. And they don't have enough knowledge of the original Great Depression and what got us out of the Great Depression. They'll regurgitate the same thing because they don't know. Oh, it was World War II that got it. No, it was not.
No.
What got us out of the Great Depression? I mean, it lasted up until the war started, but it was damn near fixed right away in 1933.
Yep.
When Roosevelt created the New Deal.
Yep.
It was the New Deal that wasn't green yet.
Mm-hmm.
And what capitalism takes credit for,
the
1940s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, and through the 80s, what it took credit for, it fought against it.
Yep.
And now that capitalism has stumbled on its ass 3 times in this century, and ready to have another doozy, it wants to blame socialism.
That's why.
No. It's not socialism that's doing this. It's capitalism going through its history. It's a repeat of 1929.
Correct.
What we're going to go through.
Yep. Because
what we got in the reforms we got in the New Deal in 1933 is damn near all gone.
Yep.
It was all taken back.
Yep. I'm just looking now, showing on Google Maps.
Ellie, your parents would know it as Bretton Woods.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to Google Area 51. Area 51. Oh, that's Area 51. Okay.
You're not going to see much out there.
Yeah.
Because everything is inside mountains and underground.
Yeah, exactly. I know what's in there. Demons. They call it aliens, but it's bullshit. It's demons.
demons.
Yes,
Why would
because
why would you why would you call an interstellar entity a demon? That's not
because
from this planet.
Sean, remember how Satan described himself as an angel of peace? Jesus Christ and God, one essence, saw past Satan's lie,
Yeah,
trickery.
but look, Ellie, look, Ellie. It's human arrogance that think that we're the only sentient human beings in this universe living on a planet. I'll guarantee you there's probably thousands of planets out there with life on it, just like us. And some are a lot more advanced than us, technology wise.
In spiritual context, as malevolent
Logic,
spirit.
yeah, but logic would tell you that there are more stars in the sky than grains of sand on this earth. And you
Who
think
made
that this is the only planet with sentient life on it? I would think not. No way.
because who made the planets and universe, Sean?
Well, if you want to believe what science says or religious and blind faith belief, but yeah, but in Genesis, God created heavens and earth. But do you think that we were the only sentient beings that He made? He could have made other life and other planets elsewhere.
Exactly.
Because we were abysmal failure, if you look at it.
Being created by God, just as humans were, and therefore cannot be demons. Others worry that UFOs could be demonic.
No, I would not believe that they were demons. No.
That's your opinion, Sean. My opinion, I reckon they are.
No, it would be opinion. It's what logic would tell you.
Different concepts.
They would tell you that's what's holding you back as a species is your dogmata.
Usually I am, because probably Tammy's asleep now. I'll check her time now in UK. UK time zone.
It's about
It's
12:48 in the morning.
Exactly. Where Tammy is. Tammy trots. The good plonker.
Hey, Adrian.
What's up?
Adrian Gibson, Rodate.
Hey! Good morning, my heavenly brother.
Good, Adrian. Good morning to you too, Adrian. I'm starting to get better now. Just a little bit of sniffing and coughing.
Just remember what I told you to drink, man. Just get rest, drink plenty of medicine, fluids too.
Yep, tea, honey, lemon.
Yeah, do the lemon tea and honey. So.
Yep.
And the more you piss, the better.
The more you pee, the better it is for you, Ellie.
Yep, it come all out.
And believe you me, I know it's aggravating because I take
it
a
helps
leak.
you get rid of all that sickness out of your system too.
Yeah, yeah, and it flushes. It's good for you. It flushes your system out. But
and it cleans out your kidneys too to keep them cleaned out. Get all the bad toxins out of your kidneys too.
Yep.
Yeah, I drink so much water every 15, 20 minutes. I got to piss again.
I drink like 2 or 3 bottles of water. The next thing you know, 5 to 10 minutes later, I'm already going to the toilet.
Yep. Where Darren is anyway, it's both for you. It's 7:46 p.m. in Toronto.
Adrian, did you hear what I said about pricing at the grocery store?
No, I just barely came in your live barely right now.
Oh, okay. Let me repeat. A lot of people are aggravated. There's a couple of posts that went viral on the internet. One of them, it's a picture of a black woman. I highly doubt that this post is by that person or if the post is real. I think it was made just to stir the shit pot, okay?
Okay.
They said that they were going to rob white people coming out of Walmart and grocery stores or whatnot. They're going to take their groceries or whatever. There's this other one of another lady, a picture. Now I can see this happening. A group of people going into a Walmart, November 3rd at 7:30 at night and filling up a grocery cart full of shit and just rolling out. They said they can't get all of us. I said, well, you go ahead. Me, I worked for Kroger 17 years. I won't stop you. That doesn't mean you're not going to get caught or you're not going to be on camera and be traced wherever you go.
I worked in a grocery store for 6 years, so I know what the feeling's like.
But I was telling people the tariffs, this is how everybody is feeling it through the inflation. And it's logical. I told Darren about this months ago because I worked in the grocery business. I know that's what they would do. The items that they get from China that are tariffed through the wazoo, they're going to take like a T-shirt, 100% tariff on it. They're going to take the cost of that tariff, add it up how many shirts they have. They're going to take that cost and spread it over all the other items they sell in the store by boosting the price up. So everybody suffers the boost of the price because of the tariff on the one item. You get it?
Yeah, I understand.
Which is why. But it's affecting everybody.
That's why your title says America still held hostage. That's actually true.
Yeah, and it's like it's not necessarily inflation. That's the tariffs being spread all over all the other products in the store. So, like, if that person buys that shirt, they're not hammered by the 100% tariff on there. They're going to pay a little bit of it, but it's spread throughout the grocery store on all items.
Yeah,
because they're not going to swallow that cost. Just like I told people, you want to rock the boat about illegals and Mexican people that pick our fruit and vegetables out west? You want to rock that boat? I said, good luck, because you're going to pay $20, $30 for that sack of oranges you enjoy.
What's up, Kyle? I think Kyle's in the background there. I don't know if he's trying to come up.
Oh. There we go.
What's up, Kyle? Welcome in, buddy.
Hey.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey.
Yeah, so
that
anyway,
hurricane that hit.
What you were saying there, John, finish what you were saying about that stuff you were just talking about just now.
About the groceries?
Yeah.
Yeah, the price of the tariffs that the companies have to pay for certain products, they're going to spread that cost to all the items and make it look like it's the inflation.
Really?
And it's not. It's the tariffs. The price of the tariffs on products is going to be spread throughout the store.
Well, then I guess, like, for clothing stuff, I'm going to have to do it online. Forget that.
Yeah,
just be careful. Just be careful where you buy it.
Anyway, so that's what I usually do.
Like this shirt comes from China. This one's made in Taiwan. This shirt's going to cost you a lot more because of the higher tariff on the Chinese shirt than the one that's made in Taiwan. The one in Taiwan is going to be cheaper.
Yep,
it's going to be a lot cheaper from the one from Taiwan than the one from China.
Yeah. But they may not do that. They may spread it to where it costs you the same because it's sharing the cost of the tariff.
Okay, well, that's good to know that.
So that everybody's not that is buying Chinese goods or services or whatever, Chinese T-shirts or whatever, they're not swallowing the entire cost of the tariff because it's been spread around.
Yep,
that's true. So true.
Okay, Kyle, that hurricane that hit Haiti and the Dominican, is it headed for you or where's it going?
It's not coming for me, thank God.
Well, they're expecting something in Jamaica or something like that.
It already hit. They recorded the strongest winds in human history for the first time.
I saw it on the news.
Oh, jeez.
It was just shy of 300 miles an hour.
Holy crap. As a matter of fact, I need to call my cousin right now and see if her sister, my other cousin, came back because she was there in Jamaica 2 days ago. I don't know if she's back.
Better hope she's back or she ain't coming back.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Let me go down real quick, Sean, and find out. I'll let you know here in a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was watching it on the news. I was surprised. Thank God it's not coming down where I'm at.
Is it headed towards Florida or no?
No, it's staying in the ocean.
Oh, it's staying in the Atlantic.
Yeah,
So it's probably going to go north, maybe straight Bermuda and head towards England.
probably.
Because that's what all hurricanes do.
Yeah.
But back about the lobsters. Canada has really benefited from that because China's not bothered about buying lobsters from Maine anymore. They're buying them from Canada.
Okay.
So is a lot of other countries. I got to keep an eye on for Adrian to come back up, or
Yeah.
try to.
Yeah.
I had a busy day today. I was not on the internet at all because I was in Miami for the last day. I was down there for an eye appointment. Luckily, everything went good.
Are they going to be able to improve your eyesight in your one eye, or no?
Not really sure, but everything went really good today and yesterday.
No, that's good.
But I do have a lot of tissue in my right eye.
Yeah, I figured.
It doesn't really affect me a lot, but as
Mhm.
long as it doesn't bother me, I'm good.
Yeah, but I figured with the technology, we keep getting improvements and improvements. Because believe it or not, Stevie Wonder, who is blind since birth, can see in shadow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing. You want to know how they
Yeah.
did it? They did it with, and Ellie may not like this, they did it with stem cells. Usually your religious nuts do not like the use of stem cells. Well, stem cells has cured a lot of ailments. And Robin Williams and Christopher Reeve, which they were real good friends, if they were allowed the research, and if Christopher Reeve had not died, he would have been able to walk again.
Mm,
But because of the religious nuts, they were never allowed to do it.
wow.
Yep.
But that's how Stevie Wonder can see in shadow. And he's been blind since birth.
Since he was born, right?
Yeah. Yes. And everybody still makes the joke and laughs their ass off that it didn't bother me that George W. Bush, when he became president, waved at Stevie Wonder. It's like, hey, douche, he's blind. He can't see you. You can shout him out and yell at him. He can hear you, fine. But see you? No. You can wave all you want. You're looking like a damn fool.
Right. So wait, is he blind in both? He was blind in both eyes, right?
Yes.
That's crazy. Feel sorry for the guy.
Well, Gordon's our Canadian. Come up here, Gordon. I haven't seen you in a while.
Well, lucky for me, thank God, I can only see out of one good eye, thank God.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know where Gordon's at in Alberta. It's colder than a witch's tit right about now. Yeah,
Wow.
winter starts early in Canada.
Yeah, we're probably going to be feeling that here pretty soon.
Well, you're not going to feel much down there in
No,
Fort
no.
Lauderdale.
I'm not in Fort Lauderdale. I was
Oh.
today.
I thought that's where you lived. Oh, no,
No,
you
I'm
live in Melbourne,
No,
right
I'm
next
in
to
Melbourne.
Lauderdale.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
too far.
We got Gordon.
Hey, how's it going,
Not too
Sean?
far from Palm
Hey,
Bay.
Gordon.
Hey,
How's it going,
Gordon.
Sean? How's it going,
It's
gentlemen?
going good. How are you?
Hey, Gordon,
I'm
my
doing good.
son's high school football team that he plays on. They ended the regular season undefeated 10-0.
Excellent.
They got a bye week, and then the next 3 weeks, if they keep winning, the next 3 weeks are played at our stadium. And then there's one game after that that'll be at a neutral stadium. They win that, they go to Canton, Ohio at the Hall of Fame, NFL Hall of Fame Stadium, and play for the state championship trophy.
Awesome.
Mm.
I
By
feel
the
like
way-
my son is in like a mini Stanley Cup thing, you know?
By the way, prayers go out to people of Jamaica and Cuba.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
really bad. I thought it was heading towards where Kyle lives in Florida there. And
No,
so
it's
Kyle,
gonna miss the states totally.
It's
Yeah.
like a barricade, like a block.
well, he had those two that were barreling down on Florida, and then they turned away. I've never seen that before. There were two hurricanes side by side headed for Florida.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But yeah, the hurricane's gonna miss the United States in general. It just hit Jamaica and now it's heading to Cuba.
Has
Yeah,
snow
I heard
hit
about
there?
that on the news.
Has snow hit you yet, Gordon?
Mm, Off and on, but it's been like you said, colder than a witch's nipples.
Well, yeah, I knew
Dude.
that. I just didn't know if it started snowing yet.
Not major snow yet, but we had snow mixed with rain last weekend.
Yeah. Now, Alberta, I loved Alberta. I thought it was great. It's like it's a lot like going to Colorado. You see the Rockies on your left, but you're in the flatlands, what you call the prairie, and
Yeah.
it's just like going through the plain states here, what we call the
Well-
prairie, and it's really windy.
I live in Grand Prairie, Alberta.
I mean, sometimes it could be calm, but there are some days that the wind is really bad.
You get most of the wind in the southern parts of Alberta.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where the mountains are, like where it funnels through.
Because I was always bitching every time they had me deadhead from northern Calgary back to Montana, empty. I said, "Are you crazy? The wind will blow me in the ditch." Now,
Yeah.
if I had a
Especially
load,
just-
I wouldn't mind.
Especially the Chinooks. The Chinooks could be pretty powerful.
Yeah, I would not drive empty on the highway that leads you to I-15 in Sweetgrass. I wouldn't do it. One time it was getting pretty bad, and I got lucky. But the last two times I did it, I got lucky because there was no wind. I was hog, foot on the floor, headed to the border because I didn't want the wind to pick up on me.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, prayers out to people of Jamaica and Cuba.
They're gonna be
Yeah.
getting mud slimes and everything.
Well, the
I've been
Dominican and Haiti got hit hard too.
Yeah, I've been paying like the whole Caribbean. But yeah, I've been watching it all day. And it was a record-breaking storm. It was like the fourth strongest storm by pressure and the second most windiest storm.
Oh, Gordon, have you stayed in touch with Turtle?
No,
It's like she was doing live streams there for a while, but she wouldn't have the camera on. And a lot of times she was just playing music, and I'm like, I stopped going to her live streams.
I don't know what she's up to lately. But yeah, hockey's started.
But that's how I met
how's
you,
your
Gordon,
Blackhawks?
was through Turtle.
Yeah, how's your Blackhawks?
I haven't been paying attention because I was paying attention to the Chicago Cubs when they were in the playoffs and got knocked out, and then the Bears lost their first two games, got disappointed, but now they won. They're 5-2, and it's like, whoa, they totally turned it around.
My Blue Jays aren't looking too good.
Yeah, they're in the series against the Dodgers.
Yeah, they won one game and Dodgers won 2 games. So it's not looking too good for.
Oh yeah,
Blue Jays.
but the Jays,
Oh,
the Jays did that with Philadelphia, and they pulled it out. Joe Carter smacked that home run to seal the
So-
deal. I'll never forget that.
So what they're doing is playing rope-a-dope. Is that what they're doing with the Dodgers? They're doing rope-a-dope?
I don't know, but Otani is the only player that the Dodgers got that's really good. They got him from the Angels, that
Yeah.
Japanese guy.
He just went. Excuse me. He just went a
Thank you.
couple miles north to L.A. from Anaheim.
Yeah, well, it was about 20 because I've been to both stadiums. What is his name? Shohei Otani? Or I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right.
Don't ask me how to pronounce it. I don't even know how to
But-
pronounce
All the Japanese women in the world want to date him.
it. Probably Asuka, too.
Maybe. But she has a better chance of doing that and pulling it off because she's famous in her own right. But if I was famous like him, shoot, I'd go after that supermodel that's the granddaughter of the Suzuki fortune. What was her name? She comes to Darren's live stream, and it's really her. Oh my God, I can't remember her name. She speaks English too because she lives over in California also. She goes back and forth. That's who I'd go after. Oh, I can't believe I can't remember her name. But her last name is Suzuki.
David Suzuki? Nah, just kidding. Do you know what Japanese woman I would probably go after?
Who?
Stephanie Borges.
I don't know that one.
She's a female hard rock singer. Her name was Stephanie, and she was also part of a band called Shoya.
I know there's a few metal bands that have Japanese girls in them, like Baby Metal. Those girls look underage, but they're
What about-
not.
Have you ever heard of a band called Love Bites from Japan?
They're a tribute band of Def Leppard, right?
No, they're hard, like they're really, really heavy.
Oh, okay. I thought they were a tribute band of Def Leppard.
No, they're just called Love Bites, and they have a blonde guitarist. That's like they're all Japanese, but they have a blonde guitarist. Oh fuck, I would do her.
The Japanese have a Leonard Skinner tribute band called First Aid Spray. Those boys is good too.
What about? Have you ever heard like Japanese is good for metal, aren't they? Like they got X Japan, they got Dragon Force.
But certain bands were really big over in Japan that really weren't a headliner here in the States, like Def Leppard or Dokken. Dokken is a lot bigger over in Japan than here.
Yeah,
Dokken was
Same
always
with-
considered like an opening act, but they're a headliner over in Japan.
and Dawkins American. What's up with that?
Yeah, but there are certain bands that are a lot bigger over in Japan than they are their home country.
Like Queen was bigger here in North America than in England. No, wait.
And you could say that with Pink Floyd too. Pink Floyd exploded when they came here.
Same with Rush. Rush is Canadian, but they were huge in the States.
They weren't big in Canada?
They were big in Canada, of course, but all I hear about Rush is Americans saying, Rush is the best band ever, man.
But if you
yeah.
get a chance to see them, go do it because they're not going to be around too much longer.
Well, they're going on a farewell tour right now, even without the drummer.
Yeah, I heard about
Neil
that.
Peart.
They're so old. Some of them are so old they can't physically do it anymore.
Getty could do it.
Like Paul Stanley, he lost his voice. He can't do it anymore.
Did you hear what happened? Did you hear about Ace Frehley?
Yes, that was a shocker to me. I knew of the accident he had, but didn't get any details. and then I get sent a message that he passed away. Now,
Yeah, it was a brain bleed.
a week before that, Gene was in a bad car accident in Ventura, California. My question is, what was he doing in Ventura? He lives in Lake Tahoe,
Probably
Nevada.
a gig. Probably a gig.
Well, they said that it was rumored he passed out at the wheel, or
Yeah,
he
probably
fainted.
because of exhaustion, because he's a workaholic. And he doesn't drink much water. But yeah, he was probably doing a gig and driving back home and passed
Yeah,
out. And,
Paul. Yeah, I know what Paul's doing. Paul is just doing his art and doing art shows and stuff.
and a
And
couple of
other,
gigs here and there
yeah, but
with
he
his,
may
with his other
sit in.
band, the Sound Station or whatever.
Yeah, but he may sit in, but he ain't doing the singing because he can't do it. Just like David Coverdale had to retire too. He had the same surgery as Paul Stanley did. But David Coverdale's career lasted longer, but Paul's
But
didn't.
Paul Stanley could still do Soul Station singing because it's more of a lower register. He doesn't have to get as high.
Yeah. But see, Paul had the same surgery as David Coverdale. It was more a success for David Coverdale, but it's starting to go south on him. But with Paul, it lasted for about maybe 10 years, and then it was going bad really fast, and there's no
Was it the
regaining
same-
in that voice
Was it
again.
the same? Was it also the same surgery that destroyed Julie Andrews' career?
I believe so.
You know who Julie Andrews is, don't you?
Mhm.
She was in Mary Poppins and The Sound of Music.
Yeah, people, good singers, over time, they'll lose their gift because age will catch up to you. But not only that, you could also wear your voice out to where you can't do certain things anymore.
Right. But
Your
surgery
pitch and
could also
singing
be-
can't. Yeah,
Yeah,
your
but,
pitch, the pitch, and everything else, you won't be able to do.
Like, do you think Julie Andrews could still sing a little bit, like just a softer tone instead of like her stage tone, like sing a little lullaby to her grandkids?
Probably, but
Or
if she wanted to
can't
go back,
sing it.
probably, but she would have to use auto tune if she wanted to sing again.
No, I mean, like, do you think she could still sing in private to her grandkids, like a little lullaby before bed?
Oh yeah, probably, most likely. I'm sure Paul Stanley would be able to do it.
Because if she could still talk, she could still sing, probably more of a whisper sing instead of a sing. But yeah, even
But
Anne Murray
Yeah, you-
retired singing because she couldn't sing anymore.
Yeah, your old rockers back in the day, 60s and through the 70s, it was right around the mid 80s when you didn't have to really yell into the microphone. They developed more sensitive mics to where they can turn the volume up and you don't have to yell into the microphone. You could just talk like we are right now and be normal. And that helps your voice. That's why certain singers that came out in the 80s can still sing because they got more longevity because they didn't have to.
Yeah, I was watching a music reaction channel one time, and she was a voice coach, and she's saying about Brian Johnson from AC/DC. He doesn't seem like he's pushing it. He's like, it seems like it comes natural for him.
Yeah, well, he's not yelling into the microphone like he did in the 70s. In
Brian
the mid
Johnson
80s,
or
they came
Bon
out with.
Scott?
Well, one of them's dead, but in the mid 80s, they came out with more sensitive microphones to where they were trying to train them. You don't have to yell into the mic anymore. It's more sensitive. And it makes you have better pitch, too. I got Adrian.
I just
But,
got out.
There.
Well, I just
Brian-
got up. I just got off the phone with my aunt. She said that my cousin made it back on Saturday, so she's safe.
Thank God.
So that's
Is
before
your
it hit.
cousin? Is your
Yeah,
cousin
way before
in
all
Jamaica?
that. He'll
Is your
start to
cousin
get
in
that a little
Jamaica?
bit.
So they
Hey.
closed all the airports over there.
Yeah,
Right.
because they
Your
had
cousin
300
in
mile per
Jamaica?
hour winds.
Yeah, and some
What's
of the
your name?
planes are probably still in the air headed into the northern Atlantic.
Adrian, is your cousin in Jamaica right now?
She was. She's back already. She got back on Saturday. She was there, but she got out of there in
So
time
she
before
got
all
out
that
there
stuff
before the
happened.
storm hit. Yeah.
Yeah, she got out before the storm, so which is good.
Adrian!
Oh,
I'm happy what you said, Adrian.
That's
Tea and honey.
yeah, squeeze some lemon juice in there. It'll help you too.
Yeah, Gordon,
Yeah,
Adrian, and the rest of these come from Darren Dobson's live stream. But where I first met Adrian was in Murad's live stream when he
Where
was
I
with
met
us.
John, and ever since then we've been good friends.
I've
But
known
Murad
Sean-
was loved by a lot of people, and we lost him. What was that? Almost 4 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, because this will be the fourth Halloween costume contest in his memory that we're doing. Me and Darren does. This
Yeah,
will be the fourth one.
This Friday.
Yeah, Gordon, Murad was a Supernatural channel, and he'd always have a Halloween costume contest. And when he passed on, I got with Darren and said, "Why don't we take up the mantle and do it in his memory?" And that's what we've been doing. Pretty
And
cool.
every time when Murad would do live there, Gordon, when he get 100 likes, he'd like to shake his butt and twerk. You can ask it. Ellie,
Oh, yeah.
He like to shake his butt and twerk.
Yeah, I got drunk on that live stream, and I took my pants off and I had my boxers on, and you could see me in the back trying to twerk. I can't believe I did that.
Wow.
Well, that's a memory that'll last a lifetime there, Sean.
Yeah, it was on
That was
Darren's
so
live
good.
stream when
I-
Darren got
I was
100
there
thumbs
for-
up.
I was there for that one.
I don't
We had
remember
fun with
being there.
Murad when he was alive. Man, I miss
Oh,
him
yeah.
every day.
Yeah, Gordon, we lost him to COVID, and he was a healthy guy.
He was very healthy.
Wow.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah, within a week, it took him within a week. It took him really quick. That's why we were all blown away by it. It's like, really?
He
You
must
lost
have had.
Murad?
Hey, he must have had some underlining issues.
I
That-
guess
Well, yeah, but
early.
nobody knows. But a week before Murad died, I actually kept in contact with him just about every day. I was keeping in contact with him, checking up on him, and he said that he was doing a little bit better, but still, on the contrary, he was still, he was not
I think
doing
he was
too
just
good.
putting on a brave. I think he was just putting on a brave face for you.
Well, he was just trying to hold on as much as he could.
Yeah,
But
may he
Murad
rest
was
in
a very
peace.
good friend. Murad and I were very close friends, though. Just
But
you know,
I'm
I'm-
thinking maybe like he might have been like service wise healthy, but he probably had a couple underlining issues that exacerbated
Yeah, well-
COVID.
he worked in a grocery store in the meat market there. He lived in Las Vegas.
So he might have
Henderson.
been exposed to something.
He might have been exposed to something that got him sick. That's probably what happened.
Yeah, he
and-
lived in
And
he lived
COVID
in
was
the
just
southern.
the opportunist that just snuck in and grabbed him.
He lived right there by where the Raiders Stadium is in Vegas. He lived right there in
No.
that area.
No, he lived in Henderson, which is southeast of Vegas. It's a suburb of Vegas. I know exactly where he lives because I would deliver ice cream to the Americold right there in Henderson. And when I talked to Murad last, I showed him the video of Kana, and he goes, "I know right where she lives. That is Henderson. That's just on the other side of Henderson from me." He knew exactly where she lived.
Wow.
So I asked him to view the video
Oh.
Another day in paradise.
because
Yeah, but a good time.
I knew it was Vegas. Okay, And I knew that she did not live in Orlando when the lockdowns ended and they started doing live crowds again. A lot of them did live in Orlando because that's the only place where they would
That
do
was
their
the bubble.
wrestling.
That was the
They
bubble.
were
Yeah.
doing Monday Night
And
Raw
then-
and SmackDown.
Yeah, and when that ended, she moved to Henderson because she had Nevada plates on that Lexus vehicle of hers.
Oh, so
She's not going to have Lexus. She's not going to have Nevada license plates and live in Orlando, Florida. That's just not going to happen.
No, she'd have to have
So it was
Florida
just-
plates.
So it was just a place to stay, like in the bubble.
Yes.
Like everybody was in that bubble back in the time.
Yeah, and I showed him the video where she's in her backyard and everything. I showed it to Murad, and he goes, "That's Henderson. I know exactly where that's at." That's how I found out, sort of, where she lives.
Does she still have a place in Japan too?
She has her own place in Japan too, I would believe.
Well, she runs a business there. She runs a beauty salon in
gaming.
Osaka.
In gaming.
Well, she's also in the wrestling ring. I saw.
I heard
she's
that-
also a game. She's also a gaming designer.
Well, yeah, I know, but that building she had built is going to be private. She's going to put all the video games in it, and it's not going to be an arcade like everybody thought. No, it's going to be a private for her.
Private for
She's
her. I
also
thought it was going to be
gaming.
like a little friendly arcade thing.
But
Yeah,
she's
but-
also, but Sean, she's also a game designer,
Well, yeah, I knew that.
and
But
she's also a music producer. She likes heavy metal music.
Yeah,
Oh,
she put a big kitchen in it, so I'm guessing she might make a restaurant in there too. Maybe.
Well, she might make it public eventually, but who knows?
Yeah, when she released the list of her favorite bands, there's one in particular that I karaoke,
Kiss.
and I'm like, okay, nope. She didn't even list Kiss.
She dresses up like she. There's a picture
I
of
saw
her with
that.
a Kiss
I know,
t-shirt
I
with
saw it.
Paul Stanley makeup.
She
Yeah, I
does
saw
the
that.
She kind of like she
She,
does like the Kiss gimmick thing for her a lot. Like she does that.
well, all of Japan loved Kiss because they wore the kabuki makeup. But
Oh,
the band that she listed that grabbed my attention that I karaoke a lot of was Asia, and it shocked me. I'm like, ooh, I do Asia.
In the heat of the moment.
No, I've done that once. I mostly would do Only Time Could Tell. Adrian will tell you that, and so will the others because they heard me
I've
do it many
heard
a time.
Sean sing that song. I've heard Sean sing that song. He's done Sean has done different songs. He's even done Ozzy Osbourne too. God bless his soul.
I did that tribute, and then they made it. They blocked it on YT. I did
Hey,
a
why you-
5-song tribute to Ozzy.
Would you ever do a tribute to Ace Frehley?
He'd have to either do Shock Me or New York Groove, one of those two.
Or 2000
well,
Man?
Or
I have
2000
not
Man
been-
by the Rolling Stones.
No, 2000
I have
Man
not-
by Ace Frehley.
I
Yeah,
have
but
not.
the original singers are the Rolling Stones, I think. Mick Jagger and Keith.
Ace
Yes.
did it better. Ace did it better.
Well, Ace did it on the Dynasty album, but yes, it was written by the Stones because he was friends with Mick Jagger.
Yeah, they
Or
were
you,
friends.
or you could also do the
If I'm-
song. Or you could also do the song "Talk to Me."
Oh yeah,
Talk-
that
well,
one. You could do
I
Shock Me, New York Groove, 2000 Man. You could do one of those.
I had plans of doing an Ace tribute if I was able to karaoke, but I'm not able to right now, and it was going to be Shock Me because I have karaoke that a few times.
I've never heard you sing "Shock Me" by Ace Frehley. This would be the first
Yep.
time I hear you.
No, I've done it a few times.
You want to know
I'm
what my
done.
favorite? You don't want to know what my favorite Ace Frehley song is, and it doesn't have lyrics.
Which one?
"Fractured Mirror."
Oh,
Is that on one or
Oh.
two?
It's on his solo album. When they
Yeah.
did the solo albums in the 70s.
I only
Oh,
like
okay.
"Shock Me" and 2000 Man because he sings those two songs. And I also like the New York Groove song because
What
he
about
puts a lot of
Ozone?
he
What
puts a
about
lot of funk
Snowblind?
into it.
Well,
When he's
Ace's
solo, he puts a lot of funk into it though.
solo album was voted the best out of the four. And
Yeah,
it's true
that's right.
because
But
of New
I
York
like-
Groove.
I like the song "Fractured Mirror" because It shows his instrumental
I'll have to listen to
Genius.
that song. What's the
And
name of
he
the song,
played every-
Gordon?
Fractured Mirror.
Fractured Mirror by Ace Frehley. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
look that
Yeah,
up
I-
tonight and listen to it.
On the Ace
I-
Frehley album from the Kiss solo albums, he did every instrument, bass, guitar, and drums.
Well, I thought he did that on Frehley's Comet.
Frehley's
On one of
Comet-
those of them.
Did you ever like Ace Frehley from the 80s? Like when he had his own career going?
Yeah, for Frehley's Comet. He did like 2 or 3 albums.
Yeah, but he did solo work when, like, the first time he left Kiss, he started doing solo work.
Yeah.
And then
was
he
pretty-
reunited with Kiss when they did a reunion tour back in 1996. And he stayed with them until he walked out again. And then he was
Technically,
replaced by the other.
Technically, the reunion started in '95 when they did Unplugged.
Yeah, kind of, but they didn't start putting the makeup back on until like almost
But
96.
I'm saying they got back together in one room.
Oh yeah, they did the
Yeah.
Unplugged in 95, right?
Yeah.
The reunion tour took place where it started was early '96 because I saw them
that's
in
when they started
Indianapolis.
putting the makeup on. And back in
Yeah,
the
I saw them in Indianapolis in early 1996, 2 nights
But-
in a row.
But
They
they,
sold
first
out
revealed.
Market Square
But they
Arena.
first, Sean, they first revealed themselves on the Grammys, like back together with the makeup.
Yeah, and that was
They
the
sh-
night that rapper died that introduced him on stage.
Tupac.
Tupac. Yeah,
Tupac
Tupac
Shakur.
died that night. Yeah, he
After
died that
introduced
night.
Kiss, he got killed that same night.
That same
Yeah.
night, yes.
I remember that because
He goes, "Let's shock the world."
After the Grammys was over, it started headlining the news like right away that Tupac Shakur was shot and found dead.
So,
Yeah, he said, "Look,
so
let's
Kiss
shock the
wasn't
world."
really a headliner.
let's shock the world," and then all 4 band members come out, and the crowd went nuts. I'll be right back. I got to use the restroom.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Adrian! Not much.
But yeah, Ace Frehley did 3 parts of Fractured Mirror: his '70s solo album, '80s solo, and '90s solo album. He did like a trilogy, and it's awesome. Fractured Mirror is awesome.
Gordon. Anyways, Adrian. Now Tupac's Shakur's killer is now in jail.
Yeah.
He deserved it.
Yeah.
Do you?
It was-
Hey, here's the thing: Ace Frehley is now reunited with Eric Carr.
Yep.
Eric Carr. Those 2 guys were good friends.
Yep.
Yeah, and
It was
Bob Kulick and
Yep.
Yeah.
Mark
Well,
St.
Eric
John.
Carr was a very good drummer. That's fun. It's funny, you
Yep.
know.
Eric
Yep.
Carr. So Eric Carr was the first member of Kiss to die, and
It was-
Eric Carr died when he was still active with Kiss.
Yeah, he was gonna have what, like an open heart procedure done or something like that.
yeah.
He had heart cancer.
Anyways, Suge Knight was the one that set it up and killed Tupac. He
Yeah,
killed
I don't know who's they got
Yes.
Suge Knight already. They got
Well, yeah.
him.
But yeah, Eric Carr's last music video was "God Gave Rock and Roll to You,"
Yeah, that was the last video he did before he passed away.
and
And that's
he
when
had to wear
Kiss
a
came
wig.
out with
He had
the
to wear a wig in that video. He had to wear a
that's
wig.
when
in
they
it.
came out with that Revenge album with that song Unholy.
on a premiership.
But that was with Eric Singer.
Yeah.
But Eric
They
Carr,
dedicated that album to Eric Carr because
but
you
Eric
know.
Carr, when he did that video, he had to wear a wig. He was bald because of the chemo. They put a wig
oh
on him,
yeah. Yeah.
Ah,
and
Yep.
you could barely see the chin strap because he was still headbanging. So they had to put a chin strap for the wig to keep it on his head. But you could barely see the chin strap. They hid it very well. But yeah, Eric Carr is now back with Ace Frehley, the Fox and the Spaceman. And Bob Kulick, he was a sort of a member of Kiss,
Yep.
the brother of Bruce Kulick.
Yep.
He was a studio musician, but still technically he played with Kiss. And you know who wanted to join Kiss when Ace left? Slash.
Okay.
Slash wanted to try out for Kiss, but Kiss told him, "You're too young," because he was 17 at the time. I can understand why Kiss said no, because backstage is no place for a 17-year-old with a rock band. Am I right?
You're right there.
Like,
You're too young.
like 17 years old, you're not like, and you're in a heavy metal band or a heavy rock band, and you got like alcohol flowing and groupies coming and going. It's no place for a 17-year-old.
Exactly.
Oh no, most definitely.
So Kiss,
Yeah,
so
most
basically Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons were trying to spare him. Like, no, this is not for you right now. Like, and even Eddie Van Halen tried out for Kiss. Like Eddie Van Halen was getting sick of the drama in his own band. He wanted to join Kiss, and Gene Simmons said, "No, you got to stay where you're at because you're going to get big."
Yep.
Could you imagine Eddie Van Halen in Kiss makeup? What character would he be?
Yeah.
And what character would Slash be if he was allowed to be?
And Tupac Shakur, if we're still alive.
Hey, Tupac liked metal.
Yeah.
He dated Will Smith's wife.
Yeah.
Jada Pinkett Smith was in a heavy metal band.
Yep.
So do you think Biggie killed Tupac?
No. No, it was Suge Knight. He got his accomplice to kill Tupac.
So it wasn't East Coast, West Coast rivalry.
No. No.
So basically, Biggie took the rap.
If Tupac was still alive, he would have taken the rap.
No, Biggie took, like Biggie was thrown under the bus, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
So Suge Knight, and actually, why would Suge Knight kill Tupac?
It doesn't make no sense.
It
With
really
Big-
doesn't.
Didn't Suge
No.
Knight have Tupac on his label?
Suge Knight did because he wanted to get rid of Tupac.
So he wanted to quit Suge Knight's
wanted to
label.
get rid of
Yeah. That's no reason to kill someone.
I agree with you on that.
And
I
I believe that Kurt Cobain was murdered. If you think about it, Kurt Cobain was going to retire and the money was going to be gone.
Good God, Ellie.
Oh.
Like that suicide note that supposedly was written by Kurt Cobain was not a suicide note. It was a retirement speech. The last part was written by someone else.
Not much.
Yeah. Kurt Cobain was going to retire. That was his retirement speech.
Excuse me.
I think Kurt Cobain got bored with the grunge scene.
Adrian!
Adrian's not here, man.
Wait, where is he?
He left.
Oh, he'll probably come back. Gordon, I'm just looking for the new Homestead Rescue. It's an American TV show. Gordon Powers.
What's that?
Homestead Rescue. It's a TV show in America. If you watch American TV shows.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna have to take off. Tell Sean I said.
Before you go, Gordon, check out my YouTube channel. I'm gonna now in the chat. Gordon Powers, check out my YouTube channel. There it is in the chat. And Sean's chat.
Oh, thank God, Gordon, you didn't go anywhere. Gordon,
Sean,
I wanted to.
I'm gonna take off.
Well, hold on a second. There's something I got to tell you about Kana. You remember right before they did the event in Perth, Crown Jewel?
Yeah.
Okay, she did the interview in a different colored makeup, not the wrestling match itself. A couple of days before that, she released a video showing her makeup and everything. And I took a screenshot of it too and showed it to Tammy because she's a big WWE fan. I asked her, I said, that's a good makeup job, but can you please wear the green just once for me? Because she's never wore it before. She did. She wore it. The next time you saw her in the interview, she's wearing the typo negative shade of green with black on her face. And I was like, I don't believe it. And when I when I looked at the post, because she rarely does this, she put a heart next to my post. I said,
Awesome.
could you please wear the green just once for me?
But when did she start doing the centipede or on her face?
When they made her turn heel, and if you watch her channel, she did a video, and you could tell she darkened the light down so you couldn't see her crying. She was sort of in tears. And if you read between the lines, because she was talking about Io Sky and Kairi Sane, she did it in English. Yeah, I could tell she didn't like the storyline they wanted to go down. Making her heel, her and Kairi would have been great. Huh?
She didn't want to turn heel?
Not in the storyline that they wanted, where she had to treat Kairi Sane like shit. Which, it's funny. She does like what Lex Luthor did Miss Tessbacher in the first Superman movie. He'd walk away and then she'd be talking to Superman and you'd hear, Miss Tessbacher! Real loud. Well, she does that with Kairi. She'll walk away and within like 30 seconds, Kairi! But no, she doesn't like it. She'll do her job and she does it well. But she doesn't like it, and I think that was a heads up
Because
to the diehards like me.
They're like sisters, aren't they?
Yeah, they're like family. They look up to Kana as an older sister.
Well, even Io Shirai, not Io Sky, Io Shirai looked up to Kana too.
Oh yeah, all the other female wrestlers in Japan do. She's the most successful female wrestler to come out of Japan as female. Now, male-wise,
she's like their Medusa or Lunder Blaze.
Yeah. Well, she was more like a female version of the Undertaker. When over in Japan, she was. But
okay.
the famous male popularity-wise, she was loved. But the famous male Japanese would be the Great Muta. But they didn't treat him as good as they did Kana. Muta. The Great Muta was great. I liked him, but they didn't give him the respect.
Was he actually related to the Great Kabuki?
I don't know. That I don't know.
Or was that kayfabe?
It may have been kayfabe. I don't know. But when I saw that, and she did wear the green on her face, my heart just sank. I'm like, did she actually do what I requested? I mean, I'm like, really? I thought I was talking to an empty room.
Or do you think she was going to wear the green anyway?
I don't consider that because she never wore green at all. Never. And it's the same shade of green as what Typo Negative used. All I need to do is I got to get out to Henderson at that club that all Asians go to. They got a karaoke bar that's got a big stage and good system. And that's where she goes. I want to go there and I'm going to introduce myself, ask her what her name is. I'll pretend that I don't know because I'm very good at that. I do that to celebrities all the time. I don't act all starry-eyed. I act like, what's your name? I'm going to do the same thing to her. And I'm like, hey, I got a song for you. Come over here. And that's when I do that song by Type O Negative that she needs to go by because it shoves a guitar up everybody's ass. Blood and Fire, Blood and Fire by Type O Negative. That song's perfect for her.
Well, I'm gonna take off.
All right. Thanks for coming, Gordon.
Have a good one, Thornton.
You too. I'm still here, Sean.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna end, guys, because nobody really, just you guys that come in, and I've already talked about what I wanted to talk about, and hoping there would be more people that come in. And I'll talk to you later, Ellie. Bye bye.
Same here, Sean. Bye.